Hello, how are you? Um, we played? Have we ever played? I don't remember. Hello. Today I couldn't manage to manage the broadcast. Just started immediately. But in Instagram I made a story. I asked not to forget about today's live stream. How is my voice? Please write something. So let me adjust my desktop for puzzle solving. Puzzles. Mhm. Just a second, please. Like this. Okay. I want to just to my rating to be shown. Just a second, please. Uh-huh. Audible, everything is perfect. Thank you so much. Okay. So let's work. I like to solve puzzles. During Monday's live streams, I can't manage to calculate as long as I want. Hello, everyone. How are you? Sorry, who ate the dogs now? What is that? Is it a song? Thank you so much. Thank you. Окей. Илья, здравствуйте. Пишут, что все хорошо, со звуком все отлично. Меня хорошо слышно. Okay. Thank you for support. Let's start. Let me check one thing and to start. Okay. Let's start and immediately I want to ask. Все отлично, спасибо. I want to ask you not to use an engine, please. Let's calculate for ourselves not to use an engine to teach you. I work just with children. Thank you so much. Okay, let's start. Let's not to use an engine. I ask you not to give some hints using an engines. And at the end, of course, we will check our solutions with an engine. What's your rating? My video rating is 2156. Okay, let's start. So, white's last move was... Oi, sorry. White's last move was g takes f4. It was bishop, right? Yes, it was bishop. They have an extra knight. But okay, their king is opened. Can we use taking rook f4, then rook g4? I guess after rook f4 they can play knight h2 to protect on g4. Okay, rook f4, knight h2, rook h4. I think we can take on h4, then we want to checkmate from h2, but okay, they can play either f3 or f4 to open their queen sway. Which one is better, f3 or f4? One more time. Rook f4, knight h2, rook h4. Let's try f3. I can't understand the difference between f3 and f4. There must be, but right now I can't understand. Okay, f3, for example, queen g3 check, king h1. Am I right? And I don't see the continuation. What if we check at first, queen g4, just to pin, queen g4, king h2, rook f4, to add some attacking piece, right? Queen g4, king h2, rook f4. For example, rook g1, rook g1. Okay, queen f3, trade, queen straight. White has 7 pawns. Black also has 7 pawns, but white's 2 pawns, sorry, on d3 and on f2. These pawns are hanging, am I right? I mean this variation, rook f4, no, sorry, queen g4, king h2, rook f4, rook g1, queen f3, takes, and on f2 and also on d3 the pawns are hanging. What will you advise me? Okay, queen g4 check, then take with rook on f4, right? If start with the rook f4, I think knight h2, rook h4, and for example f3. I don't see any interesting variation for black. White is protecting everything here. Okay, we can just check from g3, king h1. And what's the next? There is no danger for them. That's why I think that queen g4 is better. In that variation, black will have one extra pawn. Is it enough for a win? Rook end games. It would be very difficult. Let's try queen g4. I can't say that I'm sure, but 99% I think that queen g4 is correct. Queen g4 with this idea, to use this pin. Okay, let's try one more time. Rook f4, knight h2. Queen h4, queen g5, no. Rook h4, f3, no, there is no danger. So queen g4, I'm playing queen g4. Let's play. Okay, correct. And rook f4. Rook f4. Can we play queen f4? Queen f4, king g2. Oh, we can check again and our rook sway will be opened. Just a second, please. I've just noticed this variation. Queen f4, check. If they go back, king h1, then okay, then again we can take, at least we can take on f3, right? If they play king g2 or g1, to return to g4, check, and then to take with the rook and to checkmate from h3. What do you think about this? Let's take queen f4. I started to hesitate which one is better, rook f4 or queen f4. Oh no, rook f4, they can play knight g1 to get rid of from this pin and also to protect their queen. Rook f4, knight g1, queen h4, king g2, rook g4, king f. Oh no. Then we can, at least we can check from h1, then to take on g1 the knight. But okay, I'm sure that queen f4 is correct. Better than rook f4. Queen f4, king g2, queen g4 to return. If queen f4, king h1. Queen f4, king h1. Take on f3. Yes, to take on f3 and then rook f3, and they can't protect on d3 because after rook d1 on f2 the pawn is hanging, right? Let's try. I hope it's right. It's right. It's right. Queen f3. It's very important moment to take on f3, or maybe we can find some checkmate threats. If we return queen g4, now rook g1, queen h3, knight h2, queen g4, rook g1, queen h3, knight h2. No danger. Okay, I'm taking on f3. I'm taking. It's correct. I'm happy. It's correct. So it means that rook d1 we can take on f2 to have just an active rook, right? And it's winning position. Okay, that's great. Let's go forward. What is it? What is it? I'm not chess. I'm challenging you to play with me. If you win, I'll... unfortunately, we can play, but without super chat, because super chat doesn't work in Armenia. So we can play on Monday. Please send the challenge. Of course, we will play. Okay. Bishop e6. It's flip the board, right? These pawns want to promote. Yes, here is h8. The board is flipped. Just a second, please. Okay, so bishop e6, check. We can close. We can go to c2. So unusual. If we close, they can check king c2, bishop c4, b1, takes, and b1 takes, bishop d3, c2, king d2, h4, bishop c2, king b2, am I right? They can't control our pawn. One more time, c4, check, king c2, bishop c4, b1, queen, rook takes, king takes, bishop d3, check, c2, king d2, h4, takes, king b2, And it's left just 3 moves, right? h3, h2, h1. How to transfer their bishop? I don't see. Bishop a4, h3. Bishop d1, h3. Bishop e2, h2. Or bishop d1, h3, f. Ah, they can play f4. f4, h2, bishop f3. Unfortunately. King c2 look more promising. I will try just a second, please. One more time. To be sure that c4 is a wrong move. c4, check, here, takes, b1, takes, check, c2, king d2, h4, takes, check, king b2, bishop d1, h3, f4. Unfortunately. And they are in time on f3. And they block this pawn and also this one. And also they have a passing pawn there on e4. It means that c4 doesn't work. Okay, then let's try to play king c2. King c2. For example, bishop a2. Oh, if bishop a2, then we can play king c1 with this idea, c2 and b1, right? King c2. King c2. Rook b6. Again, if I play not b1, but king c1 at first. King c1. Then with this idea, c2 and just then b1. Right? King c2, if rook a2, then again, I think king c1 works. King c1, we want to play b1 to promote. They have no protection there. King c2, rook a2, king c1. King c2, one more time, bishop a2 and or rook b6. There is no difference, right? We can continue just king c1 with this idea, c2 and b1. Okay, they can play king c2, king c2, bishop a2, king c1, rook b6, c2. Oh, king d3, b1 to take everything on b1. They can play f4. Who is faster there? f4. Just to play h4. Takes, h3, e6, h2, e7, h1, e8. And it's an equal position. Okay, just a second, please. Just a second, please. One more time. King c2, bishop a2, king c1, rook b6. c2, king d3. But why to hurry? We can play h4, not to play b1 immediately, right? We can play b1 everywhere. At first h4 to win time, then f4, h3. Okay, we are faster there. I'm trying, I don't know. I think that king c2 is correct. Let's try. If not, then we will discuss why it's wrong. Okay, let's try. Ah, it's wrong. Unfortunately. What is the problem? What is the problem? Okay, let's try to understand the problem. King c2, bishop a2, king c1. Maybe they could play rook c6, c2, rook c5, b1, takes, king takes. And then they could just play king f2, c1, rook takes, king g3, king d2, and just f4. They could play f4 earlier instead of king f2, f4, and then to promote their pawn. Okay, I missed that variation. So king c2 is wrong. It's left just c4, because I don't want to go back king b4. King b4. Why not? King b4, rook b6, king a5. For example, rook b8 and c2. Why to block our pawns? I'm shocked. King b4. If bishop a2, then just c2, right? Then c1. Am I right? I think yes. King b4, rook b6, king a5, rook b3, and again c2, rook b2, c1. Yes, I said that I don't want to go back, but it's right. Just not to block this pawn. I wanted to block, then to open this pawn's way. But why to block, then to torment ourselves to try to open this pawn's way? If we can just go back, right? Okay, yes, it's correct. Unfortunately, it's correct. I missed it. But okay. Okay. I lost, but it was very beautiful position. Let me save this position. How can I do that? No, not from here, right? From here. Just a second, please. I need to take a photo. I collect such positions. Just a second, please. I collect such positions, and I want to ask to Lichess if they don't mind if I create a little, how to say that, little collection with such positions for high qualified chess players and chess lovers. Okay, let's read the messages and to continue. So hello everyone. Ibo Neighbor, hello, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. And how are you? My calculations too good. I'm hesitating every time. I'm not sure that my calculations are good, but okay. I am playing from the age of 6. My parents are chess coaches. What was the win on king d3 after king b4? Just b1 with check. b1 to promote to queen with check. Or king b4, if they check from b6, king a5, and we attack the white's rook. So that's why they have to play with the rook. Otherwise we will take, if they try to play king d3, we will take on b6. Okay, hello everyone. Окей. Денис, вы тоже смотрите? Здравствуйте. Не пишите ничего, а я в чат не смотрю. как вы и советовали. Are you full-time player or just playing as a hobby? I'm a chess coach. I work with children. Okay. So let's go forward. The first one I solved correct, the second I lost. Let's go forward. So rook a3. They want to take our queen. At first glance I look this move. Knight f6. They have to play king f8. If king h8 we can checkmate, right? Knight f6, king f8. Knight f6, king f8. What to do next? To take on h7 with check, king e7. Okay, there is no continuation. One more time, knight f6, king f8. What if we take with queen? Queen h7. G takes f6. I think the key moment is here. How to continue there? Knight f6, king f8, queen h7. King e7. Oh, sorry. No. G takes f6. Knight f6, king f8, queen h7, g takes f6. And here I must decide which one to take. It takes f6. We want to checkmate. If king e8, then queen g8 check. King d7, queen f7. Then to open this pawn's way and to promote. Or knight f6, king f8, queen h7 takes, knight f6, king f8, queen h7, g takes f6, e takes f6. If they check, king h2. I like that position for white, but that variation is not forced. I think such positions must be forced, must have forced variations. Knight f6, king f8, just a second please. What if to take on g7 to leave this queen under attack? Knight check, rook take g7. Calculate this line is rook g7, knight f6, king f8, rook g7. If takes, then rook g8 and to checkmate from e8. One more time. Knight f6, king f8, rook g7. If rook d3, then to checkmate in two moves. If king g7, then again 1, 2, 3. Okay, so why to take on g7? They can play king e7, right? Oh, okay, king e7 we can take on f7, then queen h7, and again queen g8 and queen e8. Right. Queen g7? Where queen g7? Maybe you mean rook g7. Here, rook g7. That's an interesting move. That's very interesting. I think it's forced. Aniket Prakash. Okay, you offered rook g7, right? What your rating is? Okay, let's play. I think it's forced variation. Let's try. Knight f6. Yes, it's correct. Queen h7. Right now, at first I was calculating queen h7. I was satisfied with that position too, but I think it's not forced. Maybe black has some protection there. Really, rook g7 is much more stronger. Let's try. Oh, it's wrong. But it's forced. It's forced variation. Why? Ah, maybe rook g7 they can take on e5. Knight e5. And after rook g8, king e7, and this knight is hanging. Or rook g7, knight e5, queen h7. They just protect their pawn. Rook g7 is wrong. So it means that queen h7 was correct. The first idea was queen h7. Queen h7, let's calculate one more time. G takes f6. G takes f6, and here is, I can't figure out which one is better. Queen h8, king e7, queen f6, check. King d7, queen f7, king c6. It's forced, because if they go back, we can just checkmate from the 8th rank. Queen h7, g takes f6, check, 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 king e6, queen e6, sorry, king b5, queen d5, and we can take on c4, and we have a lot of pawns, extra pawns. Right. The first idea was correct, but okay. Unfortunately, this move was very interesting. I would like this move to be correctly. Let's take. Yes, that was correct. King e7 and just rook g7, right? Rook g7 and then here. It's wrong. Again wrong. I was sure that it's right. I can't understand why it's wrong. Maybe knight e5 takes queen e5, rook f7, king d6, rook d7, king c5. Maybe they can escape. I think too much. It's not a game, it's just puzzle. I don't want to play very quickly. Even with thinking too much, I make mistakes. Queen g8, queen h6. Oh, maybe you mean queen g8 to create checkmate threat, but they can take on f6. Take, check. Okay, king f6, it would be checkmate from g5. Takes, check. If king d6. No, I don't like that move. I don't know why. It seems that again they can take on e5, knight e5, and this knight is hanging. Queen h8 or queen h4, queen h8, it's the same, knight e5, everywhere knight e5. They just sacrifice their knight in order to take these 2 pawns and to weaken this knight. But why rook g7 is wrong? It's not fair. Queen g7. Okay, again knight d5. Maybe knight g8 check. King d7. I don't know what to do. Go with queen h4, then threat for discovery. Queen h4. But what is the difference? I can't understand. Okay, discovery check. For example, queen h4. They take knight d5. Knight d5. King d7. Queen e7. King c6. Queen where? The knight is hanging on d5. I can't calculate so long. Queen h4 looks nice when pawn takes. I agree. When pawn takes knight, I agree that white's position is winning. But they will take on e5, I guess. Queen h4, knight e5. Queen h4, knight e5. Knight d5, king d7, queen e7, king c6. Queen c7, king d5. No, it's lost for white. Queen g7, then knight g8. But what is the problem with this move? I don't understand. Rook g7. Quite good move. Rook g7. Again knight d5. Rook g7, knight d5. Rook g7, knight d5. I really can't understand. Let's try queen. No, g8. Queen g8. If they take, we take. Taking is benefit us, right? Queen g8, yes, because they can't take with king. We can checkmate from g5. If they go to d7 or d6, what we can do there? Queen d8, king c6. Okay, let's play queen h8. Queen h8, and to take with queen, then to take everything here. If they play queen h8, if they play knight e5, then I see the checkmate. Then queen e8, king f6, queen d8, king f5, queen g5, king e4. Just a second, please. It's too long variation. Queen h8, knight e5, queen e8, king f6, queen d8, king f5, queen g5, king e4, king e5, king d3, e4 discovery check, king c2, and there is no check. Okay, I'm playing, I don't know, queen h8, it's okay. Again, it's wrong. Queen h8, queen g8, everything is wrong. It's impossible. Rook g8 is wrong. Queen h8, queen g8, wrong. Queen h4, wrong. Rook g8, g7, wrong. Just a second, please. They played king e7. Everything is wrong. Have we tried queen g7? Queen g7 correct. What a surprise. I have no words. Queen g7 is correct. Why? What do we want to do? Even now I can't understand. What's the next? Okay, if check, king e8, and then, for example, if they take rook e3, what to do next? Knight g8, king e8. Okay, followed by knight g8 maybe, but what to do then after king e8? Let's turn on the engine. Shame on me. Oh my god, let's turn on. So white's position is winning. Do you see? Yes, I guess you see. Rook a8, king h2. Can you imagine? King h2. Only the engine can make such move. King h2. Knight e5, knight d5. So the idea is, what is the idea? Knight g8, that's why they play rook a8 and king h2. Do you see this part? King h2, yes, I guess you see. It's impossible to find such move. But okay, knight g8 also is winning. Knight g8, here, knight f6, here, knight d5, queen f6, queen h8, and to take the rook. I guess they just won a pawn. You took a free pawn move. Yes, you're right. They just won a pawn. I was fixed in a checkmate idea. Maybe that's why. Okay, what can I say? Unfortunately. Let's go forward. Please give me some simple position. Okay, let's go forward. King d2. So, king d2, white has an extra bishop against a pawn. They have 5 pawns against 6 black's pawns. King d2. Okay, the first move, at first glance, I look at this move. Rook d8. Rook d8. If king e1, queen g1, check, bishop f1, bishop f1, queen e3, bishop e2. No, I don't like it. And there is no difference. Rook d8 with another rook. One more time. Rook d8, king e1, queen g1, bishop f1, queen e3, bishop e2. No, rook d8 is wrong. c3. Let's try c3. Queen takes. Queen takes. Check. King c2. No, this one also I don't like. Maybe queen e3, king e1, just then c3. No, what is the difference? No difference. Queen e3 mate. Unfortunately, they can hide behind the bishop. Can't see the vertical. Which one? So calculate pawn c3 as well. Okay, one more time. c3, king e1. King c1 doesn't work. I agree. We can continue queen a3. King e1. Ah, no. I wanted to take queen c3. Queen c3, check, and king c2. Let's play on Monday, please. Let's check at first. Queen e3, king e1, just then to play c3. Then, what do I want to do there? c3, because there is no checkmate from g1. Queen g1, bishop f1. I just want to play rook b2, right? Queen e3 check, king e1, c3. With this idea, rook b2. Am I right? c3, rook b4. Maybe you mean rook b2. I guess you mean rook b2. I think it's right. Queen e3, king e1, c3. What to do for white? I don't see any active move for them. There is no useful check. If rook d3, okay, we can check at first. Bishop f1, then rook b2, queen c3, queen f2 check, king d1, queen f1, checkmate. Did you see this idea? How about queen f2 first? Queen f2. They will take, I guess. Queen c4, rook b2, king c1, queen e2, double check. At least they have an extra bishop, right? They can just to trade the queens. I don't know why, but I'm sure that queen e3 is right. Queen e3 here, c3. Let's calculate one more time this variation and then to play. One more time. Queen e3, king e1, c3, rook d3, queen g1 check, they close, bishop f1, rook b2, queen c3, queen f2 check, king d1, queen f1 checkmate. No, okay, it's not a checkmate. They can close queen e1 and then rook b1 check and to win a queen. Could you calculate that variation? Do you take private classes? Just with children, not with adults. Rook f d1. d8 maybe you mean. Let's play on Monday, please. Send challenges on Monday stream. Rook d8. I was calculating this move, but king e1, queen g1, bishop f1. I didn't know how to continue there. I'm sure that queen e3 is right. Let's play. I don't know. Maybe today is not my lucky day. Let's play queen e3. Wrong. It's not my day. What can I say? Why? Why queen e3 is wrong? It was so beautiful variation. What about queen a5? Queen a5. Maybe you are right. If here, check, and rook b2. Yes, you are right. If here, then you are right. It was so easy. Yes, queen e3 was mistake. But okay, let's solve. Let's play queen. You were right. That was great. Here, and then king d2 and rook b2. But why queen e3 is wrong? I don't understand. Here, my idea is to play c3. Then I want to play rook b2. How to protect them? I don't see any protection. Maybe they can play just king f1, rook b2, queen d3. Unfortunately, yes. Okay. 3 lost. What can I say? Let's go forward. Okay. So, queen g5. Black pawns are going down, right? King g5. Just a second, please. I want to recall one moment. No, this one. No. Okay, let's continue. King g5. I want to learn chess. Okay, let's learn together. Let's try to solve this puzzle. King g5. King g5. White's turn. Rook d5. Rook d5 check. Here we will take with check. They have to go back. Also h6 doesn't work. They have to go king g6, queen g8, king, the only move, right? King h6. And here queen g5 check, king h7, rook d7, king h8, queen g7 checkmate, right? But okay, I think after rook d5 they can escape to h4 to leave this rook under attack. Rook d5, king h4, queen f6 check, king h3. Then to take with check. If king g3, one more time, I lost. Rook d5 here takes here. Oh my god. There are so many checks there. Which one is stronger? Let's play rook d5, then I will decide. Rook d5. I'm sure that yes, this variation is correct. Queen f6. Okay, and here, let's decide how to continue. King g6. And if rook d3, then king g2, queen c6, king h2, queen. Oh, can we come closer step by step? What do you think about this idea? Let's calculate. Rook d3, king g2, check here, check, king g2, check from d5, king h2, queen e5, check, king g2, queen e4, king h2, queen f4, king g2. Rook. I don't know. Just a second, please. I don't know. Don't be stressed. I'm doing. Thank you so much. Just want to solve one more correct puzzle. Shame on me. 3 lost games. One more time. Hello. PG3. The letter P, what does it mean? Rook d3. Let's calculate one more time. King g2, queen c6, king h2, queen d6, king g2. Can we check from g3? Do you mean this move? Queen g3, king h1, and then rook d1, 2 pin. Rook d1. They can take king d1 and then f1. Okay, again, I'm sure that rook d3 is right, but I don't know the continuation. Let's check. Rook d3, or maybe queen e5 at first. Queen e5, king g2, queen e4, king h2, queen f4. Let's leave this rook here, then to take on h5. Can black one cover king by? They can, but when I check from e5, I know in which variation you mean. King g2, queen e4. Here, king h2, we can take. Rook h5, we check. Let's leave this rook here. Queen e5. They have to play king g2, otherwise we will take with check. Queen e5. Here, queen e4. They have to go back, king g3. And just now rook d3. If king h4, queen e7, checkmate. If here, check, h2, king h2, queen f4, g3, queen h4, king g2. Oh my god, such a difficult position. Rook g3 with checkmate. Right? Which one is stronger, queen e5 or rook d3? I think queen e5 is stronger. Not the stronger, the correct move. Maybe something is wrong with this move. rook d3, king g2, queen c6, king h2, queen d6. Yes, I guess in this variation you have meant they can cover with the pawn g3, and our rook is on d3. We can't take on h5. We checked. So now I am sure that queen e5 is right. Rook d3 looks strong. I think vice versa. Queen e5 is strong. Maybe you are right. But let's calculate one more time. If rook d3, here, check, here, queen d6, they can close with pawn g3. And we can't take on h5. But if we check from e5 at first, king g2, queen e4, king g3, otherwise we will take on h5 with check, king g3, and just now rook d3, check. If king h4, then queen e7, checkmate. If king h2, then queen f4, check, king g2, king g2. Such a long variation. I don't see the continuation. Let's check queen e5. I'm sure that queen e5 is right. Oh boy. Why queen e5 is wrong? So you were right. Rook d1, calculate. Rook d1. Okay, I will try rook d1. Let's try rook d3. Rook d3 also wrong. That's awful. So it's left just rook d1. Yes, you are right. It's left. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I'm stressed. I'm disappointed. I wanted to checkmate. Today 4 lost. Okay, let's try to solve correctly. I don't know. Let's try. What can I say? Let's go forward. So, endgame. Maybe here I can succeed. I don't know. I hope. Okay, king f7. We have 2 passing pawns. How to promote them? c6? Next time we will win for sure. Thank you so much. Thanks for support. Let's try c6. I don't know. c6. If they take, we will take. And we will win. c6. If they take the rook, we take bishop a6. Bishop a6. Yes, and they will block our pawns. So c6 doesn't work. Rook c7. They takes. Yes, it doesn't work. Okay, rook d7. Bishop takes and then c6. Takes, takes. We will win. If king e8. They can play king e8. We can take the bishop, king d7, and just at first to play g4 to block these pawns, just then to come closer to take them, right? c6. c6 doesn't work because of this continuation, bishop a6, and they will block. I'm calculating rook d7, bishop d7, just then c6. If bishop e6 check, if bishop e6 check, okay, king e5, and we want to play d7, king e7, d8 to distract the king and to take on e6. One more time. Takes, takes, c6, bishop e6, king e5. Or takes, takes, c6, bishop g4, for example. After bishop g7, we can just come closer with this way. King c5, king b6, king c7. King c5, king e8, king b6, king d8, king b7. Yes, there is no protection from c7. And then c8 to win the bishop and then to promote this pawn. Roshan, hello. Everything is okay. Don't worry. Roshan, but please don't delete every message. During Monday's live stream, you deleted so many messages, but why? I couldn't manage to ask you about that. Okay, thank you, Roshan. Thank you for support. Okay, so one more time. Rook d7, bishop d7, c6. Check here, just then bishop g4. Let's try this. After bishop e6 we can play king c5, not e5. Takes, takes, here bishop e6, king c5. Why to go to e5? King c5, h5 for example, king b6, h4, d7, king e7, king c7, sorry. Help square, king c7 and then d8. You haven't deleted anything. Roshan, I remember about 6-7 comments you deleted. And I couldn't understand what was the problem, but okay. That's great, Roshan. Congratulations. Hello everyone. Capture the rook. Yes, I also think that rook d7 works. Maybe we can play at first g4 just to block. G4? No. If we play g4, then they can take, and just to play bishop d7, bishop c8. No. Let's take rook d7. Something is wrong with me. I don't understand. Rook d7 is wrong? What is the problem? I don't understand what is the problem. Pawn c6. Okay, let's calculate again. Pawn c6 takes, bishop a6, king d6, king, okay, bishop c8. And how to win there? There is no win. Rook c8, maybe with this idea. Rook c8. Rook c8, c6. I'm disappointed. I was sure that rook d7 is right. Okay, we will check it. Rook c8 is correct. Then c6. Let's try. I don't know, but I was sure that it's correct. c6. Check, for example. Check here. Maybe they could play king e8, but no. Check here. Yes, they could play king e8. I missed king e8. Let's check with an engine. It's very interesting for me in this position. King e8, it's the only move for black. It's the only winning move. Let's check. King c5. King e8. Yes, it's the only winning move for black. I missed that move. Because I was calculating everything and I was sure that I can come closer and to promote my pawns. And really, king e8 is the only winning move for black. Just to play king d8 with this idea and to block these pawns. You look stressed. Yes, today is not my day. Okay, what can I say? Let's finish for today. I don't want to lose anymore. It means that 5 lost positions. Anyway, okay, rating, it's not important, but at least positions were very interesting. Well, I want to from here, right? Maybe from here, just a second, please. I was calculating this variation. Bishop f5, bishop e6. From here, king e8 is the only move. Let me take a photo for my collection from here. Just a second, please. Just from here, because it was the only move for black. Yes. Otherwise, white is winning king c7. Okay. Tomorrow part 2 takes over. Okay. I go live twice in a week. On Mondays, we play with viewers, and on Thursdays, we solve puzzles together. Unfortunately, no free time for more live streams. I will wait on Monday. We can play and discuss. So, okay, let's finish for today. I don't want to lose anymore. Yes, Roshan. Thank you so much. Aniket Prakash, thank you. Thank you too. Please subscribe, not only in YouTube and in Instagram and Telegram too. Everywhere I'm the same, Anna Chess Live. Okay, so let's finish. What can I do? 5 lost positions and 1 win. At least it was very interesting. Thank you so much. Thanks for support. Take care of you. I wish you a wonderful day. And see you on Monday. Goodbye.